Okay, so BitGold, it's got to be something to do with Bitcoin, Anthony.
Yeah, and actually, that's a good example that they've managed to get. And obviously, the question is how they managed to obtain the domain name. Bitgold.com.
It's a great name. It's a nice two-syllable name.
Yes.
You've got two words, but it's only two syllables.
Yeah.
Gold is a great word to colour, and also the jewellery. So we better go on, guys, because there's a lot to get through here. So next of all, then,
Motion.com.
here's a great name. Here's a proper .com. Themotion.com.
Yeah.
The guy's head is in the way. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's quite a good example of what we were talking about before, though.
Yeah.
Where if you're looking at Motion.com, that's going to cost you a lot more money to obtain. But yeah,
great name.
Company name Themotion.com. I think they've done pretty well there.
The other thing as well is you've got the DOS in there, so some companies are going with the DOS and some companies aren't going with the DOS.
Yeah.
Will we go on to the next one then, guys? I advise. What do you think of that one? I mean, going for the I prefix.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you don't see that much these days. I think the I prefix so much. I mean, okay, good. Obviously, with the Apple products and things, absolutely you do. But at the start of the internet, the I prefix was very common.
And the E, remember the E? You don't see the E; it's gone, hasn't it?
Right. So you don't see it so much anymore. But yeah, I mean, again, they've got their company name.com. There's not a lot more they could probably do. Again, I think same with Motion though.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get advice.com, that's again going to cost you a lot.
That's going to be your premium. We go on to the looking name. A lot of people around here, so can you see that one, Andrew?
Yeah.
There's a lovely brandable. No.
Yeah, that's a good example of exactly what you just said, brandable. It doesn't actually really mean anything. But Facebook didn't mean anything before it was invented.
You see here now with their thing, it must be something to do with panning. The video panning. You see there that sort of panning
I see. Yes. Panorama. Yeah. So it's quite applicable then, actually. No, I'll take that.
What do you think of that one, Anthony? Nice, isn't it?
Like I said, it's an example that, if you're looking as a domain investor, perhaps, someone looking to invest in domain names, it's one of those examples when the right person comes along, then they're willing to pay for it. And I think that's also a good example when you flip that over as a startup, that is an obtainable name
at a reasonable budget.
Exactly.
Because also, the other thing that's coming across here is Margot, with the logos and everything. You've got the little logo here with the name, and that's obviously critical, the name plus logo now. Guys, when we go down, we've got now here we have the other. We don't really know the domain name here at all, really. There's the domain. You see there, branch.io.
Branch.io,
So .io is the other one. It's not a new TLD, but it's quite popular.
It's very popular among technology companies.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to the on-off switch.
Yes.
So you've got the IO symbol there, it's quite popular with technology companies as an alternative, because again, if you're looking to try and acquire branch.com for your company, that will be quite difficult.
That's going to be expensive.
But
do you like that one? That's a nice name, isn't it?
Like I said, within technology companies, that is something that people go for. So you do see that. You do see that quite a lot, and we'll probably see that several times today.
Will we try this one here then? Right.
Yeah, they've got the .com. It's obviously fairly unusual, but again, that's
quite a nice. One thing there, it's a nice, strange sound that you might remember.
It's distinctive, I think. But again, that's a domain name that is probably not really worth much to anybody apart from the person.
Except for Reich, who have created it, really.
Absolutely. So
I like that one now, I have to say. I like the sound of it. It's a nice sound. Very nice. Maybe something to do with writing, I don't know. And we're in the kind of software. We're moving into gaming now. There's a gaming startup here. What do you think of this one? Hitbox.
.tv.
.tv is it?
Again, that's also something that you see. I mean, when we're looking obviously it's a gaming thing, so maybe normally TV is possibly not so applicable, but it's live streaming as well they offer. So in that case, then it is quite applicable.
Again, 2 words, but only 2 syllables. It's a classic technique, Facebook and stuff. But nice. We got to go on then. This one. Containers Faiers with a K. I have to say, I do like words beginning with K.
You do?
I know it's not. They don't like it on the radio test, but for some reason I like it. Do you have an opinion on that one, Anthony?
Not so much on that. I think it's interesting to point out that it's a .co.uk.
Oh, is it .co.uk?
And to bring up then the question about the release of the .uk.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we haven't touched on yet, and is quite interesting.
What is the take-up on the .uk?
Well, it's interesting because of the what's called grandfather effect on that.
Yeah.
A quick explanation of how that works is that I think it was May last year, the organisation that managed the .co.uk extension released, if you like, .uk as well. The idea to bring it more in line with other companies, other countries' .fr.
And shorter and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is that obviously for brands that's a bit of a concern. If you own, let's say they owned containers.co.uk before that cut-off date, it is a concern that someone might be able to go and register your brand .uk. So there's actually a 5-year period when
claim your
and so therefore the take-up, you won't really see, I think, the full take-up until that period has expired. But it's also, I think, at the moment not necessarily. It's not so well known that that's even an option. I've spoken to a couple of startups that have chosen the .uk. But
how are they getting on?
Well, they're very new businesses. They've been open. One's been going for 3 weeks. One's been going for 6 months. So
they give them a bit of time.
I think time will tell. But I think time will tell on the .uk as well. I think, in my personal opinion, it obviously makes sense to bring the UK CCTLD more in line with other countries, .fr, .es.
Just shorter, I think. We have another one here, Anthony. Now, I like this one, Home to Go. That would get me intrigued. The good thing, what I like about this name is, it's telling me, wow, I mean, home to go, do I go to the shop and take away a house? And it gets me thinking about maybe this could be useful to me. Are you from Home to Go? Sorry? Are you from Home to Go?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us quickly what the idea is? Just your name caught us there.
What are you grabbing for? Just for curiosity.
We're just
doing media, yes, but
we're doing a review of the names. We'll go on if you don't want, it's no problem.
No, that's fine. I just want to know what.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jonas.
How you doing, man?
Hi, nice to meet you.
How are you? This is Anthony from Sedo.
Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're a media search engine. We're based in Berlin. Okay. We're running pages in 9 European countries already, plus in the USA.
Sure.
And what we do is we're a media search engine for vacation rentals.
Media search engine for vacation rentals.
Media search. So actually what we do is we aggregate and search almost 3 million offers from 150 plus providers. Okay. So you do not book through our site, but you find the perfect offer on our site. Okay. So you type in the destination you want to go to, like the region, the city, whatsoever, and then you can search, sort by date, and then you can, a lot of amenities you can filter through. Sure. So the pluses, if you go, for example, if you go on Google, you might have, at the end you might have like 10, 15 tabs open, and still have to see, okay, where you want to go. We are filtered with amenities like Pets Allowed, Google, Fireplace.
We just like your name because usually it sort of gets us curious, what is this? You know what I mean? So, well, thanks for that.
Maybe ask you a very quick question about your domain name, because actually that's what we're here talking about.
I'm not getting the question.
The home to go domain .co.uk. What made you? Did you decide to build your brand Home to Go first and then acquire your domain name, or was it actually the other way around? Did you?
Well, it was like a question of egg and chicken, right? So
sure.
I mean, it's I think it was both at the same time, because we needed. Well, first of all, was the idea to having this product and having this media search engine, and then we decided the name. So we want a name that works in different languages in different places, and also get an idea of what it's about.
And were you able to register that domain name, or did you need to invest some money in purchasing that domain name, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I can tell actually. I joined the company like 2 months ago, and the name was already there.
Okay.
So we launched like 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
So actually, but I can't tell you in detail. So sorry. So yeah.
Sorry to.
Do you have the .com as well?
Yes, we do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. I mean, we're now running in Europe, for example, like the whole DACH region, like .de, .at, .ch, plus .fr, .it, es, .co.uk, .com.
Can I ask you? you've obviously got. Are you a UK or a German startup primarily?
German.
German.
Yeah.
So
we're based in Berlin.
Right. Was it important for you to get the .com?
Sorry?
Was it important for you to get the .com?
Actually, as I told you before.
You can't talk about that.
No, it was just I joined the company like 2 months.
Sorry.
So yeah,
Sorry, John. It's okay.
was all
Sorry.
set up.
Sure.
Already.
But listen, it's a lovely name, Anthony, isn't it? It gets you curious. You know, what is this? You know.
Yep.
So listen, we better go on, guys. Really.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome.
Great.
All right.
Right. Buzzboard.com.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice credit. Again here on this one, you've got your 2 words, but again, 2 syllables only. So this is kind of a trend we're seeing.
Yeah, we are seeing actually.
Yeah.
There does seem to be a trend forming there. Yeah.
There's a nice little thing about this one, Anthony. You see where you have a double B repeating at the word, so to make it a bit catchier. Sure. Yeah. Guys, it's a bit crowded on here. We'll be choose somewhere else, Anthony. You want to lead the way there? Okay, espresso. Oh, that's nice. What do you make of that one?
It's quite a short name. It is actually quite a short domain name, quite a short.com, but it's an unusual spelling of espresso.
Yeah.
So actually, again, what you mentioned earlier on about actually being able to say that to somebody and then not know how to spell it could potentially be an issue.
Possible issue, I wonder, one question, would you bet money that they're a coffee-related company?
Just based from
The name?
the name, it's either, you would expect it to either be something to do with coffee or something that happens very fast.
Yes, okay.
So I would go more for the second one. It's
Would you?
more likely that something that happens quickly. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, it looks like they're busy there, so we'll go on, move to the next one. Okay, so Codacy.com. It's an automatic code review tool. Sorry, they have the description there of what it is. That one is actually sort of a shopping ball. This looks like a coding one. We go on down the line, sure. Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that one there, Anthony. What do you reckon?
We've tried that same.
Advertising content media. Banner creation app. Do you like that one, Mike? Yeah, I like that. Banner app. And it's kind of one you'd remember. Isn't it? It's kind of funny. Well, I think okay. Stratagets.com again. Very nice, cool sounding name. Say. Here's a German one, Anthony. Software. Anything catching your eye on those?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it falls into that category that we've spoken about before, which is it's one of those names that isn't necessarily worth much to somebody unless you're, you know, looking for it. So, and there are a lot of names out there like that. But it's really interesting to see the different approaches people have taken.
Already,
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty fascinating.
And you know, times however many people are in this hall and in the other hall here at Web Summit. So. It's really interesting. Yeah.
And plus as well, this is a new batch of startups today, largely. So you've 3 times the startups here over the 3 days.
That's very true.
Yeah, guys, will we go on down the line?